I'd like to welcome and thank everyone for coming here today celebrating Rachel and Zack. When Rachel asked me what song I wanted to dance to, I thought it was going to be pretty easy because I assumed it was going to be I Loved Her First. And Zack, I absolutely did. But after a while, looking at some of the different songs and listening, Be Humble and Kind was what stood out to me. And it's what I want you guys to do is reflect on where you came from and also reflect on where you both are going in your future. So as the father of the bride, it gives me the opportunity to give a few musings both about Rachel and Zack. So I don't know if you know this, that 29 years ago tomorrow, Diane and I welcomed Rachel into this world. So her birthday is tomorrow. I remember watching my little girl grow up, and there's some things that really stuck in my mind. The night we brought you first home, the time we walked for the first time, and when I ran alongside of her with a towel wrapped around her waist when she was learning how to ride a bicycle so that she could balance, and then eventually loosening it up, and she was on her own. And I think from that point, she became independent. There are some other things that I remember. Some of the scariest ones, I'm just going to share one with you, was when I taught Rachel how to drive. I remember sitting in the car, double checking my seatbelt, validating that the insurance was good to go. And out the driveway we went. I picked what I thought was a road less traveled. Unfortunately, we came to a two-lane bridge that was very narrow. Now, Rachel at the time was following this line down the center to keep herself going straight. As we were getting close to this two-lane bridge, I only told Rachel, you need to move. And we passed the car exactly on the two-lane bridge. When we were done, she asked, how did I do that? I said, you did really good. You didn't hit the car. But I was close enough to the bridge that from my seat I could have lifted when I went by. So at that point, when Rachel would ask how close are we, I would say we're bridge-looking close. So what can I tell you about my son-in-law? And I can now say that. And with Emily, thank you for sharing the story, because when Rachel called me for the first time and said she met this new guy, and she met him on an app, and they were going to go on a date in a park, on a hike, by themselves, 6 hours away. My dad, Radar, really went into hyperdrive. I talked to her later. Everything went well on their 2-hour hike, except for the fact that they got lost and they had to survive for 7 hours until they got back. As their relationship grew stronger, they took the absolute scariest step that a couple was going to take, and that is to meet the family. I have not met Zack up until this point, and so they come and they visit, they go to church with us, and they come to our house and we sit down and talk. Now, if you notice, I placed up here military helmet. Okay? I have the utmost respect for individuals in your military. So game one, score 1 for Zack. Game 2, I'm a helicopter rescue team. And so the man that keeps me safe is a gentleman that's a crew chief. Zack is a crew chief. He was my crew chief when I'm going out of the helicopter. He would validate that I would be safely hooked up. I would come up, he would boom me out, and literally, I'm right here looking at that. Sometimes I think high school student, because they are all so darn young. And I would look at him, and he would give me a thumbs up, I give a thumbs up, and down we go. And what he would do is he's got my life in his hands. He lowers me into harm's way. He watches for hazards. He controls how I go down. I pick the individual up, and he brings me back up. Now, I'm sure Zach has never told you that there's a button on that hoist, and that button is if something ever bad happens, is that gentleman right there pushes the button, and he cuts the cable, allowing me to free fall, to save the crew in the helicopter. This man has amazing decision-making abilities, and he's been in a ton of difficult decisions. But the most difficult decision of his life was when he asked for my daughter's hand in marriage. Because I had never met him, and he did it on the first time. So he walks into my house, he paces around, Rachel disappears, and I still don't know if it was a plan. And he asks